America, the land of opportunities, a place where dreams are made and destroyed. What possibly is one common fact for both situations? It most likely is the H-1 work visa, other than the family visa category. The H-1 is the only US visa that allows someone to live and work in the US for a long term. Not only does the H-1 allow you to live and work in the US, it also is a gateway to gain US permanent residency and then US citizenship. If the end goal is permanent migration to the US, then the H-1 visa is your ticket other than family-based migration. The H-1, like everything else in life, has its positives and negatives. No matter what happens, everyone who has experience with the H-1 visa will have their own unique experiences covering the positives and negatives. Let us talk about such experiences, and maybe you can avoid some of these or figure out ways to get out of unpleasant situations due to your H-1 status. That being said, it is best to consult an immigration expert to handle your own unique situation. Anuktech is a specialized IT staffing and consulting organization. Our employees specialize in UI, web, full-stack technologies and have different immigration status such as US citizen, green card, H1, F1 OPT, F1 STEM OPT, H4 EAD and L2 EAD. You can email to immigration@anukTech.com to discuss employment and visit pro.anukTech.com to check out our full list of courses and membership. Here are some of the challenges of the H-1 visa. The first is process. Candidate education and experience have always been the bare minimum criteria. In addition, the employer credentials such as size, finances, office space, work availability are also considered. There has always been an annual quota that was available as per US laws. For several years, the process was relatively simple as long as the candidate and employer met the basic criteria. Over the past several years, the US introduced the H-1 visa lottery. The candidate has to be selected in the lottery for the H-1 application to be submitted. This quota lottery is open around March 15 every year and results are available by March 31st. There are several rule changes over the past 2 years to avoid fraud. The second is employer dependence. The H-1 visa is completely employer dependent. The candidate has zero control. The employer files the visa, manages it, extends it, revokes it. The candidate is the beneficiary for everything good with that or is left to deal with the negative consequences arising out of employer actions. Third is the future uncertainty. Most, if not all, H-1 applicants are thinking of their future status in the US. Should I file for a green card? Should I file with this employer? Will the employer file my green card? Will I have enough time to get my green card? Will my employer exploit me before and during my green card filing? Will my career take a temporary setback as I would not be able to change my employer for improved prospects? The green card process is a long and complicated. Employers do take advantage of this as the candidate is stuck. Fourth is career stagnation. This is more true for the IT professionals than others. The H-1 professional needs another employer to transfer their H-1. They cannot just quit and move on. The IT professional needs to constantly keep upgrading their skills. If the employer is not upgrading the technology platforms, then the employee suffers immensely in the long run. As an H-1 employee, the candidate can just get trapped in such a situation. While their employer has got them the H-1 and even doing a good job of retaining the employee, the lack of technical upgrade leads to a stagnant career. They are not able to get a new job, especially as the new employer would need to file for the H-1 transfer. Fifth is the dependent family challenges. The H-1 visa holder's dependent family has the H-4 visa status and they are not able to work on that visa. The dependent faces this challenge for years unless they file for their own H-1 or at some point they get the employment authorization document based on the H-1 holder's green card processing. This is a very frustrating situation for the dependent who might have given up a professional career before traveling to the US. Sixth is salary matters. Everyone has heard of the term bench as pertaining to the H1 employee. This is the period in between two projects if it is a consulting company. While this is not allowed, it is a common practice and the employer figures creative ways to still do it. The employee becomes a willing participant in the activity due to the lack of options, and they do it to preserve their H1 status. Several consulting companies resort to payroll irregularities if they are dealing with clients having bad payment terms. There are several other factors, but you see that this is an ongoing set of challenges for H1 visa holders. We urge you to connect with Anak Technologies to see how we are able to help you with your career in the US as an H1 visa holder. Let us provide you with the platform to launch your career in the US. We specialize in UI, web, mean month, full stack technologies and have invested over 18 years in this domain. We have trained more than 20,000 professionals and also placed over 4,000 professionals in these years. We understand your challenges and want to earn your trust. For further information, please connect with us at immigration@anaktech.com and also visit pro.anaktech.com to find more about our technology membership platform. In conclusion, the H1 visa status has challenges, but with the correct employer, the challenges are easily avoided and overcome. Anak Technologies can be that employer for you. Best wishes. Thank you.